My high school banned all backpacks because one kid brought a knife to school in his bag. Instead of just checking bags or punishing the one student, they decided 1,800 kids couldn't carry backpacks anymore. The first day of the new rule was complete chaos. We had to carry all our textbooks, notebooks, and supplies by hand between every class. I'm talking about 7 different classes, each requiring different books that weighed like 20 pounds each. Kids were dropping stuff everywhere. The hallways looked like a tornado hit them. My friend Jessica dislocated her shoulder trying to carry her calculus book, chemistry textbook, and 3 binders at once. Teachers started getting annoyed because we'd show up to class with the wrong materials. "Where's your history book?" Mr. Peterson would ask. "I can only carry 3 books at a time and I had to choose," we'd explain. But here's where it got really stupid. The administration's solution was to give us mesh bags. Clear mesh bags that couldn't close. These things were basically nets with handles. Everything fell out constantly. Pencils, pens, homework, all over the floor every time you moved. Plus, everyone could see everything you owned. Your personal stuff, your medication, your tampons, all visible to the entire school. One girl started crying in the hallway because her anxiety medication fell out of her mesh bag and kids started asking questions. But the worst part was winter. We live in Minnesota, so it gets down to like negative 20 degrees. Normally, we'd keep our coats in our lockers and grab them between classes. But now we had to choose. Carry our coat or carry our books. Kids were getting frostbite walking between buildings because they couldn't carry both their coat and their school supplies. Parents started calling the school to complain, but Principal Davis said the safety policy was non-negotiable. Then my diabetic friend Marcus had a scary incident. His blood sugar dropped during lunch, and he needed his glucose tablets that were in his mesh bag. But some kid had bumped into him earlier and knocked everything out of his bag. His glucose tablets got kicked under a table and he couldn't find them. Marcus started getting dizzy and sweating, which are signs of dangerous low blood sugar. The school nurse wasn't in the building that day, so teachers were panicking. They finally found his glucose tablets, but Marcus had to go to the hospital because his blood sugar had dropped too low. His mom was furious and threatened to sue the school. "My son could have gone into a diabetic coma because of your stupid bag policy," she told Principal Davis. But Davis still wouldn't change the rule. That's when the senior class decided to make a point. They organized a day where every single student would carry exactly what the administration required, by hand. No mesh bags, no shortcuts. Every textbook, every notebook, every supply for every single class. The result was beautiful chaos. Kids were stacked with books up to their chins, stumbling through hallways like human Jenga towers. Emma Rodriguez, who's like 5 feet tall, was carrying a stack of books taller than she was. Tyler Johnson had so many supplies he looked like a walking office store. By third period, the hallways were completely blocked with dropped books and papers. Teachers couldn't get to their classrooms because of all the stuff scattered everywhere. The janitors were following kids around with trash bags, trying to clean up the constant mess. But here's the best part. The fire marshal showed up that day for a routine inspection. He took one look.
To continue, tap the arrow in the bottom right corner and copy the link, then tap the CapCut icon in the bottom left. Finally, click the red button.
Thursday evening, 7 to 9 p.m.